The image has been blurred because it may be disturbing and sensitive to some viewers, and we want everyone to know the story. World War II was the most destructive and deadly war in human history. More than 70 million people died in the war, most of them civilians. There were photographers at every stage of World War II to capture heroic victories and devastating losses. Thousands of photographers and artists captured millions of photographs documenting World War II in detail. Photograph of Leonard Siffleet's execution. In April 1944, Hollandia, New Guinea, US soldiers found a photograph of a man execution on the body of a dead Japanese soldier. This photo of a man being beheaded gave Allied forces an understanding of the brutality of the Japanese Imperial Army. The man in the photograph, who was executed by beheading, was identified as Leonard Siffleet, Australian commando. Siffleet's identity was often confused with other victims of Japanese executions, like Bill Newton, who suffered the same fate. The man holding the sword was Japanese officer Yasuno Chikao, who executed Siffleet. Leonard Siffleet, an Australian commando during World War II. He was born on 14th January 1916, Guinea, Australia. In the late 1930s, he moved to Sydney in search of work. He tried to join the police force, but was rejected because of poor eyesight. During World War II, in August 1940, he was called up for the Australian militia to serve in the Searchlight Unit at Richmond Air Force Base, but was discharged after 3 months and returned to civilian life. After their mother's death in 1941, he and his sister Pearl took responsibility to look after their younger brothers. In September 1941, he enlisted into the Australian Army and was assigned to the 1st Division Signal Section at Ingleburn. He twice went absent without leave, possibly to see the woman to whom he had become engaged, Clarice Lane. After training in radio communications, he volunteered for commando duties and joined Z Special Force. Assigned to the SRD Dutch section as a radio operator, he was promoted sergeant in May 1943 and transferred to M Special Unit. His patrol was sent on the mission to set up a coast watching station in the hills behind Hollandia, New Guinea. They were attacked by hundreds of native villagers. Siffleet and 2 other Australian soldiers were captured and handed over to the Japanese army. They were imprisoned for 2 weeks, interrogated and tortured. On 24 October 1943, Leonard Siffleet, Pattiwal, and Reharing were marched to Aitape Beach, blindfolded and kneeling in front of a crowd of Japanese and native villagers. They were executed by beheading by Japanese officer Yasuno Chikao. Vice-Admiral of the Japanese Navy, Michiaki Kamada, ordered the execution. Yasuno Chikao ordered his photograph to be taken while executing. After Japan's surrender, Vice-Admiral Michiaki Kamada of the Imperial Japanese Navy surrendered. He was tried and convicted for war crimes and sentenced to death. Michiaki Kamada was executed by hanging on 18 October 1947. Yasuno Chikao's fate is unknown. According to various reports, Chikao died before the end of the war or was captured and executed by hanging, but his sentence was later commuted to 10 years in prison. In May 2015, a memorial park was dedicated in memory of Leonard Siffleet at Aitape. If you find our video informative and interesting, then subscribe to our channel The Past Quest. Thank you for watching the video and for your support.